change gears, shift gears on you here, and do an old Bob Dylan song. I always loved. I remember I first met that guy when I was about 13 years old, and he'd come to our house to see, if my father was there, and he wasn't. But I let him in because I liked his shoes. I guess when you're 13, different things are important to you. And of course, within the next decade or so, he wrote some of the greatest songs anybody had ever heard. And I used to love just listening to him. I learned some of them. And there was a time, though, it was about the end of that time, when he had stopped performing a lot of these great songs he had written. And I was sympathetic. I mean, if you keep writing new songs all the time, every week, every month, you can't just keep adding them to the evening. So, you can't sing them all no matter how fast you sing them. So you naturally have to stop doing some in order to make room for the new stuff. And like I said, I was sympathetic, even though there was a lot of people getting pissed off at him. And I thought that was fun too. But it was about that time that I had to do a show one night in Tucson, Arizona. And I flew into Tucson, and the only reason I'm remembering this was because I flew into the Gold Coast the other day. It was the first time I got off on a plane out on the runway since that day in Tucson. And I thought, man, I remember I was halfway down the steps of the plane back, this is 30, 40, 50 years ago, and a local Tucson reporter came running over to me, stuck a microphone in my face and said, "Arlo, Guthrie, we hear you're playing Tucson tonight." I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "Do you realize that Bob Dylan is playing in town the same night as you?" I said, "No, but that's great." He said, "Well, why would anybody come hear you?" I just looked at him. I said, "Hey, if people really wants to go hear some good old Bob Dylan songs, they probably have to come hear me." And they printed it. I didn't think they were going to print it. I was just being a smartass out on the tarmac, I got to the gig, the place is packed. I'm sitting in the dressing room before the show with my Bob Dylan songbook. I didn't know that many Bob Dylan songs, and I had to learn them all in one night. And his songs are weird, Anyway, I learned a whole bunch of them. This next one was not one of them. I learned it some years later, even recorded it, but I like the deep, dark ones, like this one. A War and Peace, the truth just twists its perfume-colored glass upon four-legged forest clouds. The cowboy angel rides with his candle lit into the sun, though its glow is waxed in black, all except beneath the trees of Eden. The lamppost stands with folded arms, its iron claws attached to curves leave holes where babies wail, those shadows settle back. All in all, can only fall with a crashing but meaningless blow. No sound ever comes from the gates of Eden. The savage soldier sticks his head into the sand and then complains unto the shoeless hunter, who's gone deaf but still remains upon the beach where hound dogs bay as ships with tattooed sails, heading for the gates of Eden. With a time-rusted compass blade, a lead in his lap, sits with utopian hermit monks, side saddle on the golden calf, and on their promises of paradise you will not hear a laugh, all except inside the gates of Eden. of ownership. They whisper in the wings to those condemned, act accordingly. Ain't no way for succeeding kings. And I try and hide nights with songs the lonesome sparrow sings. There are no kings inside the gates of Eden. The motorcycle black Madonna, two-wheel gypsy queen, and her silver-studded phantom calls the grave level dwarf to scream. As he weeps, the wicked birds of prey pick up on his breakthrough sins. There are no sins inside the gates of Eden. The kingdoms of experience and the precious winds they ride. Or paupers change possessions, each one wishing for what the other has got. And the princess and the prince discuss what's real and what's not. And it doesn't matter inside the gates of Eden. Foreign sun it squints upon a bed that is never mine. As friends and others, strangers from their fates try to resign, leaving men wholly and totally free to do anything they wish to do but die. There are no trials inside the gates of Eden. Comes to me, he tells me of her dreams, with no attempts to shovel a glimpse into the ditch of what each one means.